M&M Planning fam, it's Miss M&M here at the Care Chiropractic Center with the wonderful Dr. Myers and Dr. Sarah. We are so excited to have them talking with us about chiropractic work and acupuncture and how that relates with different cultures. We're going to be learning so much from them this week. I hope you're excited because I know I am. So guys, do you mind introducing yourself and maybe giving us how long have you been practicing and one fun fact about yourself?
So my name is Dr. Sophia Myers, and I've been practicing in Raleigh for 23 years now, quite a while. And a fun fact, actually I'm gonna, Dr. Sarah, if it's okay, I'm gonna use a fun fact with both of us. We became chiropractors because both of us suffered with migraines as children. So both of us were taken to chiropractors, and we don't have migraines anymore. And I speak for myself, but leaving the chiropractic office for the first time as a kid, I thought to myself, I want to help people like this man has helped me. So that's what prompted me to become a chiropractor.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm Dr. Sarah. I haven't been practicing quite as long, but like Dr. Sophia, I also went to Life University in Atlanta, and yeah, shared the same fun fact. I'd been through the medical route and didn't quite find the help I needed there, and saw a chiropractor for low back pain, and actually helped with all my migraines.
So today we're going to talk about, again, the history of chiropractic work and what culture that it comes out of. So guys, could you give me a basic definition or description of chiropractic work, and why would you use these specific details to describe it?
So I'll begin, Dr. Sarah, with chiropractic. What we as chiropractors do, we look for the spinal misalignments and how it relates to the body, specifically the nervous system, because we know that not only is the brain encased within the skull, you have these little vertebrae that actually encase the spinal cord and the spinal nerves. So even though we manipulate the spine or the bones, it's what it does to the nervous system where you get the real benefit. As far as history of chiropractic, it was here in America, it was discovered by Dr. D.D. Palmer in 1895. But spinal manipulation goes back for hundreds and thousands of years. We know that we have drawings in ancient Buddhist temples where they were doing spinal adjustments on the lower back thousands of years ago. And we also know that the ancient Greeks actually did spinal adjustments. The father of medicine, Hippocrates, actually stated that look for the cause of disease from the spine. So they knew the importance of keeping spinal health for not just low back pain or headaches or migraines like in our situation, it's for the disease processes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we really focus on the nervous system, and there are two main parts of the nervous system: the parasympathetic, which is our rest and digest, and the sympathetic, which is your fight or flight. And so with stress and falls and all the daily life, people get stuck in that fight or flight, and our goal is to help them get to that rest and digest and allow their body to heal.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So I'm looking at the little picture that we have behind us here, and you talked about how in China this happens. Was it popularized in China, or?
That's a great question, because in China, we have a misconception here that acupuncture is only needles inserted in certain points. And in the East, that's actually not the case. They believe it's a whole system of health. And one of the components is spinal adjustments, in addition to acupuncture that we think of needle insertion. But the beautiful thing is, it's not just needles. There's many forms to activate an acupuncture point. You can use laser, you can use an ignited herb called moxibustion. Obviously you can use needles as well, and you can also use the non-needle or the electrical acupuncture that we utilize here. I would say 90% of my patients receive the non-needle, the electrical acupuncture, and it was researched actually by the Japanese back in the 50s. They used needle acupuncture. They knew that acupuncture is this electrical pathway that flows through our bodies, very closely related to the nervous system, but not exactly. It's an electrical charge that flows through our body. The Chinese called it qi. And the Japanese realized, well, we know that it flows through the body. We know that it has certain pathways. And we also know that needles can actually address those points and manipulation of those needles or those points will give you a therapeutic effect. So the Japanese said, well, let's see if we can address it with an electrical charge. And they were doing experimentation with microcurrent. That's a particular type of electrical charge. And they found that they were getting the same results as needle acupuncture in 1/10 of the time, and complete no pain whatsoever for patients. Yeah, so and with this machine, we actually use it on babies, we use it on children, and of course adults as well.
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating.
That is super fascinating. And I think one thing that I know about, mental health, physical health as far as it goes with different Asian countries, I definitely know that they believe in all around health.
That's true.
All together. And I think everything that you just said explains that, with the energies in the body and how it's mental, physical, emotional, even with the description that you gave about stress points. And again, we in America tend to forget sometimes that sometimes our stress can cause a lot of different things going on in our bodies, which doesn't allow us to heal.
Oh yeah, and those systems, if one's on, it means the other one's off. So you need that balance so that you have time to rest after you've been stressed out.
Yeah.
On go all the time.
And that's, I think, definitely a cultural thing that in different Asian countries that they may embrace differently, that we may not actually embrace fully here.
Well, we're here in the West, we're really good about compartmentalizing certain things.
Yes.
You have some hand pain, you go to a hand specialist. You've got a sore throat, you go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. You've got some plantar fasciitis, you go to the foot doctor, the podiatrist. But in the Asian countries, they're very more, and please forgive this terminology because it's been used so much, holistic. But holistic basically means the whole body. They go to see their doctor, and usually it's an acupuncturist or a chiropractor. They go to that one doctor, and the doctor takes care of all. And I think that we've lost that. Used to be way back, in the old good old days, we used to have a family doctor, and the family doctor took care of everything. And if you had a very special type of ailment and he needed or she needed to refer out, they did so at the time. But there were no specialists like they are now. Now everything is just compartmentalized here. And I think that health really needs to come back to that whole body experience, because make no mistake, when you have a high level of stress, it can cause a heart attack, it can cause a stroke, it can cause heart disease, and certainly can add to diabetes. It can add to high blood pressure and a lot of the other most deadly diseases in human existence now. And you know what's sad? Most of them are preventable.
Yeah, agreed, 110% agreed. So, guys, I don't know if you enjoyed this, but I know I did. Thank you so much for just explaining the history and the culture behind acupuncture and chiropractic work. This is so wonderful. We have more to come. So if you liked this, like it, follow us, because there's more coming this week. See you guys.
Bye.